We're at St Margaret's Church in Spaxton. Thanks, Scott. It's an ancient church, and there's proof of that just at the top of the road because there's a brown sign that says ancient.
And you can tell by the stonework as well.
Oh, there's windows up there.
They're blocked up already. We've not even got in there
Possibly.
yet.
Let's get a bit closer.
Percentages are coming.
So this one we've just kind of stopped off, haven't we, to find out what's going on? And
I was in bed half an hour ago.
right. So let's just see. We got some graffiti there from 1147.
Push it, see if it opens.
We don't know if that's the date or the time, do we? That could have been today, isn't it? 10 to noon almost.
Well, what does the RI mean? Religious interference? Or is it somebody's initials? Richard Inglenook.
It is a bit of an Inglenook. I mean, we've not even got in the place yet, and look at what we're finding.
Fascinating. We hope it's open.
Oh yeah, let's try that actually.
And here we are in St Margaret's Church. It's very warm in here. We've discovered a little bit about St Margaret, who the church is named after. She was the 11th favourite saint of all time in the top 20 list of saints in England. Popular. So she was very popular.
Is that judged by sales of
merch?
And
merch and parishioners, quantity of them.
Okay.
And she was a lady, so you know, women's lived power back then. Right.
So how popular was she? She was in the top 10?
She was 11th.
11th out of
20.
20. So there's only 20
about halfway.
saints.
Well, there's more than 20, but it's like 20 popular ones.
Yeah. Let's have a look around.
Maggie to her friends.
Let's see what Maggie's left. You forgot something there, Scott, didn't you?
Yes. St Margaret was so popular that she's got 256 churches named after her. That's quite popular. What's very unusual about this church is one, it's still got all of its original pews, and a lot of churches have disposed of those recently, and also each pew end has intricately carved panels, each one different, and this one has the date 1561. It shows that they obviously loved the church a lot to keep it original.
And it says in the information book that originally there would have been a wooden church on this site. But even now, there's some incredible wood carving and timber work, isn't there?
There is. And actually, there's quite an interesting story at the back behind the altar that we're going to lead on to and inform you more about in a minute, which is linked to another local church. Behind the altar, what you see here, this intricate wooden carving piece is called a reredos. Reredos. And this was brought here from Charlinge Church, not too far away, after it was discovered that their vicar, Henry James Prince, was a bit of a charlatan and got defrocked.
He his services included him getting possessed. He had a very small congregation until he started this possession malarkey, and then people heard about it, and he would throw himself around the church. More and more people would turn up to see it, and then he would divide the congregation into sinners and righteous, and yeah, most of the righteous were the richest women, so ulterior motives.
So you could, in the modern terms, you would say he was an entrepreneurial, savvy businessman with a head for God.
So somebody around here really liked carving, because there's a lot of carvings in there with the ends of the pews, but look at these mega candlestick holders. How awesome is that?
What are they, about 6 foot tall? As the crow flies?
5'7", yeah. But plus candlesticks, 7 foot. Amazing. There's another one over there.
Here is another one of the large candlesticks. People often wonder what they're made of. Wood. In a very holy place.
A timber wood. There's a lot of nature on that.
This is wax. And this is string. Wick.
There seems to be a lot of, is that fruit or leaves on the...
Yeah, it's grapevine.
Oh.
So you can see the bunches of grapes. Anyone can tell it's a vine leaf. If you've had your own grapevine, if you're fortunate enough to grow one. My nan had one.
Is that where you heard it?
Yes. Marvin. Marvin? Yeah, definitely.
For anyone who didn't get that, is that heard it on the grapevine? Or is it through the grapevine?
I'm not going to tell you the answer to that. If you don't know, you don't know.
Answers on a postcard.
If you do.
So this is the tomb of John Hill, Sir John Hill, and his wife Cecily, who he's got a lion at his feet again. This is a common theme. He died in 1434, so that's 590 years ago.
Give or take?
Give or take a few months. It looks like she might have a puppy at her feet again, and he's lying on some kind of horned animal. Don't know what that means.
Is it a dog? Or is it a ram?
Look at the horn on that.
Is one curved?
It looks like a devil dog.
Oh.
And she's got 2 angels supporting her head. And there's cherubs at either end. All this would have been painted when it was new.
Was
obviously worn off over the years. Yeah, brightly painted. And there would have been family shield on these. And on there. And maybe on these as well. The shields around the base and the top. Yeah, it's pretty epic.
And when did he die?
1434.
It's done well to survive that long, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's a bit of a crack in it, a bit of erosion.
They don't make them like they used to.
No.
Here we have art mimicking life. Lilies.
Glass lilies? Real lilies?
Yes. Savage, isn't it?
Do they smell nice? Do they smell? Do lilies smell?
Yeah, they like smell lilies.
Reminds me of a church.
East window, which is a badly decayed stained glass window, which shows Jacob blessing his 3 sons, and Jacob is on his deathbed apparently. And the below scenes from Jacob's life. The 3 angels in the top light are the best serving feature of this window, which was installed as a memorial to the Reverend Galloway.
Sometimes you get overcome with the feeling of misspeech, don't we? In
it's 1874. That
is it?
Yeah, it's not that old.
No,
it's
and
still from the past.
A lot of it's rubbed off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's rubbed off on me.
As you all know, St George's Day is coming up on the 23rd of April, and here we have a window depicting St George slaying the dragon at the feet of St Michael, who's paying homage to Christ. You have the Christogram at the very top.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually quite a marvellous piece of work, and it's basically the window was to commemorate the Great War, obviously the fallen victims of that conflict. But it's quite intricate, and I think it's very good. There's a lot in this. I mean, literally, you could sit here all day and still find more to do. Even on Christ's robes, you've got the Christogram written several times. In hominum salvator, Christ the Saviour of all mankind. Surely we need to save more souls.
You're right there, Scott. You seem to have been taken over by the spirit of Christmas.
It's lyrics from a really good song.
Yeah.
Put it on the channel one day.
Go and have a sit down.
And another interesting feature of the church is the coat of arms of our nation, which features the lion, the unicorn, and on the shield in the middle it's got the single lion of Scotland, the harp of Ireland, and the fleur-de-lis and English mixture for England. And you've probably noticed, and I don't think I've seen one like this before, but the unicorn and the lion seem to be quite well hung. The large phalluses. And it's unusual in the church, isn't it, to see such brazen sexuality.
Well, it's an exciting plaque, isn't it?
But I suppose it shows their virility and power. We've had a fantastic time in St Margaret's Church in Spaxton. I'm about to make a donation because we've got to keep these places alive and thriving for the sanity of all mankind. So let's put many pounds into the box. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. We've been here for a good hour. It's very interesting. There's lots to see and do. We're going to have a wander around outside now, so...
But I guess if you get a chance, somewhere to sit, chill out, reflect before you start your onward journey.
Exactly. It's very peaceful, very tranquil. Make the most of it while it lasts.
Scott, we think we found them again, don't we? Old Bowley and Skews.
They've definitely
the
been
Norman
up to
version.
Something.
Have they been around since Norman times?
Well, their ancestors do go back as far as the ancient Britons,
Oh, okay.
which got conquered by the Angles and the Saxons, Danes, blah blah blah. A lot of intermingling, which has led to what you can see before you, which is, I mean, it's a lovely church on the inside, but this lets it down a bit. I think they might have let one of their apprentices loose on the pointing side of things. So,
pretty rough. I don't like it.
no, it's making us queasy.
I think originally they would have been contracted to do a soldier course, but in true Bowley and Skews style, they've evolved it into a Norman herringbone design, haven't
I
they?
think they had a bit of grandma's medicine
Let it go.
after
Let
lunch,
it go.
during lunch, and misconstrued the instructions. It's that foreman again. You know your name, mate. You know your name. You're responsible.
The lineage runs deep.
So this one has completely thrown me.
Yeah.
It's knocked my confidence because
Well, we've just come off of a 60%, haven't we? What's this done now?
I'm back down to like 4% on this because I don't even know what's happened to it. There's blocks one side, partially blocked, partially windowed the other side. It's thrown all my knowledge into the wind.
You've gone into a sensory meltdown on this,
I
haven't you?
don't know what's going on. I don't know if I can carry on. I'm mixed up now, inside.
Yeah. A bit like the blocks in the window.
Yeah. I just need a breather.
Come on, go and sit down, Rob. Scott,
Yeah,
Spaxton.
it's very interesting, the history of Spaxton. It actually belonged to the Spanish, for whatever reason, we don't know why. It's recorded in the Domesday Book, but the name Spaxton is named after a Danish warlord called Spakr.
Spakr the Viking.
Probably Spakr the Great.
Yeah. 9th century?
That's about right, actually, because when the Danes were prevalent in this part of the country. But it's interesting that it belonged to Spain. Maybe the name Spakr appealed
Was
to
it
them.
King Alfred of Spain? What was the name of the monarch?
The monarch of Spain? Oh, what was his name now? Alfred of Spain, that's right. Alfred of Spain.
It's not a very Spanish name, is it?
No,
No.
Should be
Alfred.
like Pedro of Spain. King
Alfredo.
And it's in
Pedro.
the
Alfredo.
Cannington
What's it,
100.
Oh, you said about the hundreds before. The maps.
Hundreds are divisions of land.
Yeah,
Um,
like acres, that sort of thing.
yeah, in every county had one.
100.
100, yeah. Basically, we live in what's the 100 we're in? The Brent. We live in the Brent 100. This is the Cannington 100. There's also what's the Cannington? Is it Cannington? No,
Oh, I can't remember that. Anyway. So, bit of Danish.
Skal.
Bacon.
Was it something? There was another potential name link, wasn't there, around councillor's office or something? Spakr? Oh,
Spickerton,
Spickerton?
something like that. Could be a possible.
Scott's researching on the fly.
Possible link.
An alternative derivation is that it means councillor's enclosure,
Okay.
but I think it's more going to be Spakr.
Yeah, we
I'm-
got confidence in Spakr, haven't we?
I'm
we
with
Yeah,
Spakr.
Yeah,
Spakr the Viking.
Danish
Spakr the Great.
Spakr the Great.
Perilous.
Ah, Spakr! Ah, Spakr! He's from the land of the ice and snow. Spakr. Better stop there in case the locals kick us out.
Okay, that was Spaxton.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us again. Very interesting place.
Thumbs up to our new subscribers. Hope you enjoy the channel. Don't forget to share it with your friends because
And,
it's great.
Get well soon to Phil. Couldn't be with us today.
Poor old Phil.
Too much sugar.
Partying last night, hard.
Too much sugar from the sweet shop.
Hope he's still breathing.
Probably.
Sure
He will
is.
be. He will be. He's invincible.
He's probably having a bacon sandwich somewhere at a greasy lays-by.
Lays by.
Stop it.
See you later.
Raised by.
In a while, crocodile.